everyone, this is Nine Like Ginger and welcome back to a brand new video. It's been a while since I made a video and I've debated ever coming back to this channel, but I thought the time was right and I am back, for at least now. There's no certainty that I'm going to stay, it all depends on if I receive any love for my videos or not. If I don't receive love, I'm not going to continue to put the hard work into the videos, it's that simple. The direction I want to take with this channel is reviews, and for now I want to work on Kanye album reviews. I've already reviewed his first two albums and now I'm about to review possibly Kanye's best album ever, or is it? I've done enough talking, so let's just dive right into it. Graduation is a Kanye album that came out in 2007 right after Late Registration, which came out a year prior. Graduation for the most part is a very loaded album from top to bottom, containing 15 songs starting with Good Morning and ending with Bittersweet Poetry. Today I'm going to talk about some of the best songs on this album, so not every song from the album is going to be mentioned in this video. The first song I'm going to talk about in this video is Bittersweet Poetry, which is considered a bonus track on Graduation, but I'm going to count it anyway, since I believe it's the top 5 song on the album. One of my favorite parts of this song is the chorus done by John Mayer. It has to be one of the most beautiful choruses on the album. Also, the refrain on the song done by Kanye is fire and is very catchy. I just enjoy the line, "See what I have, want so much, it never hurt this bad. Never did this before, that's what the Virgin says. We've been generally warned, that's what the surgeon says. God talk to me now, this is emergency." I still haven't gone through my favorite part of the song, that's the beat. It's one of Kanye's most unique beats, and I don't really know how to describe how unique it is. I don't know if it's one of the best Kanye outros to his album, but it's definitely better than a lot of them. It's a great way to end the album if you consider this to be the last song on the album. I personally like it better than Big Brother if you consider that to be the last song on the album. The song is a vibe and a really enjoyable one to say at the very least. The next song I want to talk about, well, I wonder if you know what it is. The next song is I Wonder. I Wonder is a phenomenal song from beginning to end and contains an excellent sample from Labi Siffre. I probably botched up his name, but he definitely didn't botch up the chorus, which is the first 40 seconds or so of the song. The way Kanye raps would usually be a turnoff on most songs because he's rapping very slowly in the first half of the song, but it really fits what he's trying to do with the song because the chorus is really slow and the beat seems to be rather pretty slow too. In the second half of the song, the speed picks up with Kanye's rapping and his rhyme scheme in the song is very great. This is one of the more relaxing songs on the album, up there with Good Morning in my opinion. The beat is a really relaxing beat to listen to. The song doesn't really need a feature because Kanye kills it on the song, with his incredible storytelling and rhyme scheme. The third song I want to talk about is Good Life. The beat is a really feel-good beat and it's very uplifting. It also contains the one and only T-Pain as a feature, which I think he nailed his lines and ultimately added to his feel-good song that Kanye was going for when he made the song 17 years ago. Which is crazy to think Graduation is 17 years old now, or at least almost. It will be on July 31st of this year. I also really enjoyed all the city shoutouts in the song, especially Summertime Shy, because your homie Nine Like Ginger is from Chicago. The chorus might be one of the best choruses on the album and makes you want to yell with Kanye and T-Pain. It's a song you want to blast in the car like most of this album. This song most especially. The beat is just so catchy like I said before, and so is the chorus. If this song is going to remind you of a certain time, it's got to be July or August when it's super nice outside and beautiful. The final song I want to talk about in this video is Champion. This is a short and sweet song with a tremendous sample that plays throughout the whole song. It's another Kanye song that's very upbeat, and I would want to say this sample may be the best sample, or at least one of the best samples on the whole album. The storytelling in the song is really good, and so is Kanye's rhyme scheming. The beat is a really sick beat as well. The only problem I have with the song is that it's the shortest song on this album, being less than 3 minutes long. It adds so much more potential to be a little longer. My favorite part of the song has to be how confident Kanye sounds when he's rapping. He sounds so cocky at times that it makes me laugh. My favorite line of the song is, "You don't see how wild the crowd is. You don't see how fly my style is. I don't see why I need a stylist. When I shop so much I can speak Italian." That is classic Kanye. The final good song I want to talk about today is Homecoming. Homecoming is an excellent song from start to finish that contains a feature from Coldplay's one and only Chris Martin. I think this has to be one of Kanye's most clever songs on the album, or maybe even one of his most clever songs in general. Because for most of the song you think he's talking about a girl that is really important to him. But at the end it's revealed that he's talking about the city of Chicago. I just think the whole idea of that is super clever, and it was well written as well by Kanye for sure. One of my favorite lines from the song is, "I met this girl when I was 3 years old, and what I loved most is that she has so much soul. She said, 'Excuse me, little homie, I know you don't know me, but my name is Wendy and I like to blow trees.' And from that point, I never blow her off." That line makes me smile or laugh every time. It's just funny and clever to me. I don't know why. I also really like the beat as well in this song. It reminds me of a Coldplay beat, and I'm not surprised because Chris Martin's on this song, like I said before. And speaking of Chris Martin, he does a really amazing job on the chorus, and it's one of the most beautiful and great sounding choruses to listen to on the whole album of Graduation. The beat is another uplifting beat, which the album of Graduation doesn't fall short on. So those were the 5 good songs I wanted to talk about on Graduation, and if I left one of your favorite songs out, it doesn't mean that I don't truly enjoy the song, because I enjoy almost every song on Graduation. It's just this album, like I said in the beginning of the video, is loaded from top to bottom. If I shared all the songs that are good, this video would be an hour long, and that would be too long of a video, in my opinion. So I shared only the ones that I think are worth sharing. Next, I want to talk about the weaker songs on the album. You're probably thinking you know the next song I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to start off with a wild card, and that is less obvious to you Kanye fans out there. So no, I'm not going to talk about the song Drunken Hot Girls. The next song I want to talk about is The Glory. This isn't the weakest song on the album, but it's definitely one of the weakest songs on the album that isn't talked about that much. One of the strongest parts of the song is the soul sample that's played in the background, but other than that, the song isn't that memorable for me. It's not going to be a song you blast in the car or a song you want to share with your friends. I mean, let's be real here. Who plays the album Graduation to listen to The Glory? I mean, there's so many other amazing songs that are ahead of The Glory. Not me, and I'm guessing none of you guys either. The song sounds like a leftover song from the College Dropout and doesn't really fit the vibe of Graduation in my opinion. Mostly because of the soul sample. It would fit the College Dropout because the College Dropout is loaded with soul samples. I would say this is the 3rd weakest song on the album, but overall this song is decent. It just doesn't get the chance to shine on the album because most of the songs on the album are great and above that. Graduation is just a tough album to be on if you're only a decent song. The next song I want to discuss is Barry Bonds, which features the legendary Lil Wayne. This is another song that's just meh in my opinion, but it's ranked a little lower than The Glory. The Glory I can at least listen to because of the great sample in the background. What exactly am I listening to Barry Bonds for? You'd think it would be a great song to listen to because it's named after one of the greatest baseball players of all time and it features Lil Wayne, but you would be incorrect to think that. Lil Wayne's feature is very forgettable and honestly awful. The beat is okay, but then you have the chorus, and the chorus is very boring. There's no energy in the chorus, and it's very plain and simple. However, even though Lil Wayne does strike out in the song, no pun intended, he does a much better job in a future song that isn't on this album. I don't know why I don't like this song. I've listened to it a bunch of times, but it's honestly one of the rare skips that is on the masterpiece of the album Graduation. It's not a bad song, but it has the same problem that The Glory has, and that is, it's on the album Graduation. I also dislike the way Lil Wayne raps on the song. It sounds so choppy, and he's doing it on purpose. I don't know why. It just doesn't sound pleasant to the ears. The final song I want to talk about in this video is not going to be surprising at all. It's Drunken Hot Girls. The song is honestly a hot mess, and I believe it's the only bad song on Graduation. The song, if I had to describe in one word, is very annoying. The chorus is a little catchy, but it is said too many times throughout the song that it gets old before the song's even over. The whole song just seems to be lazy, which is a very rare sentence for me to say about Kanye in general. He's definitely not a lazy person when it comes to music, and he puts a lot of effort into his music. There's not one good thing I can say about the song, and there's not much more I can say about the song as well. Well, there you have it, and that was the review of Kanye's 3rd studio album, Graduation. Overall, like I've said twice already, it's a stacked album from top to bottom. Mostly containing great songs, even the songs I didn't get to that are great, like Everything I Am, Can't Tell Me Nothing, Stronger, Flashing Lights, and Good Morning. It was really difficult to choose only 5 great songs to talk about in this video, but it had to be done. You really can't go wrong with any of the songs on this album unless it's Drunken Hot Girls. This album is definitely the best album out of the first 3, but the question is, I'm sure you're all wondering my opinion on this, is this Kanye's best album ever? Have I already reviewed Kanye's best album today? The answer, in my humble opinion, is no. This album is a very great album and is one of the best Kanye albums has released to date, but in my opinion, it isn't the best Kanye album. What's the best Kanye album in my opinion, you're probably wondering? Well, it may be a surprise or it may not be, but you won't find out in this video. You'll find out when I review that album. If I had to rate this album 1 through 10, I would probably give it somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9, probably leaning more towards a 9. So yeah, that was my first 9 Live Ginger video in almost 2 years. It feels good to be back, honestly. I'm ready to make videos back to back to back to back now. That's the kind of mood that I'm in. I'm just ready to keep pushing videos out there and hopefully the algorithm picks one of them up and I get a lot of views and a bigger following. These videos are honestly a lot of hard work, especially with the editing. It takes hours and hours just to edit one single video. So I appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe. I'm really close to 100 subscribers and I'm so patient that I would be happy if I hit the number by the end of 2024. I'm not even kidding you at this point. You can also leave a comment down below on what Kanye album you want me to review next, and I'll review it next. My goal is to review every Kanye album, and ultimately review other artists' albums, which I'm really excited to expand my content for. Once I'm done reviewing all of Kanye's albums, I will touch other artists' music. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up this video because it's getting pretty long. Next album review is coming out soon. See you next time. Remember to stay hydrated.